Which psychological tricks should everyone know about? Get people to contribute to an idea and they will be more likely to accept it. Studies show that it doesn't take that much involvement in the creative process to get people to take possession of a proposed plan. If someone has a panic attack, start breathing really regularly and loudly. Even if it's really obvious, that person is panicking and probably won't notice. But they will start breathing in tempo with you. It's something nurses do with patients in A&E when they can't get themselves together. If someone is trying to make you decide in a hurry, they are probably giving you a bad deal. Walk away. Sometimes pretending that you are naive gets you more information. If you want to avoid office politics, say good things about coworkers behind their backs. Physical contact makes you more likely to say yes to a request. If you need to remember something, think about it while doing something noticeably unusual. This will pair the memory with the something, so that when it is noticed later on it will trigger that particular memory. E.g., I need to take out the garbage before going to bed. Put your pillow at the foot of your bed. If you want to make someone feel uncomfortable, look at their forehead when you're talking to them. Deleted. If someone annoying is at your office, desk at work and won't get the hint to leave you alone, print something and ask them to follow you while you grab it off the printer, then walk them back to their office desk instead of going back to yours. They'll usually sit down without realizing what's going on, thinking that they chose to go back. While talking to someone, ask through hand gestures for something the person is holding. You'll probably have it. Conversely, hand someone something while talking. They'll accept it most of the time. Whenever a friend tries to show you something that you already know, it's best to let them. It makes them feel good to show you something and for you to enjoy it. Sometimes if you say, "Oh, I already saw that," it'll upset them a little bit. When a group of people laugh, they tend to look at the person they like the most. Compliments are very important for self-esteem and the building of character. Don't be afraid to tell someone how nice they look or that they're doing a good job, even if it doesn't seem like it at the moment. It will make me feel a bit better and they will appreciate it. When you see someone you know, on the way into work for example, smile a little wider when you see them, and smile with your eyes, the kind where the smile makes you squint a little bit. It can brighten people's day a little, making them feel like someone else is happy they're around. Nervousness and excitement have the same body reaction, so if you're nervous for a speech, instead convince yourself you're excited. It's proven to give better speeches too. 3-minute rule: if it takes less than 3 minutes, do it and you will feel better. Examples: making bed, doing dishes, etc. It makes you feel the tiniest bit better if you're dealing with depression. If you ask someone, "What color is your shirt?" immediately before playing rock, paper, scissors, they almost always choose scissorsit. Source: I learned this from my buddy in college, have tried several times. Also, found this with a quick search. If you whisper to someone, they'll whisper back even if there's no reason to keep your voice down. If you think someone is watching you, fake a yawn. Then watch them. I've always found mirroring super cool. Basically, it's our subconscious imitating others' body language, gestures, attitude. Sex: if you want someone to agree with you when you're asking them a question, nod your head while asking. People will be more likely to agree with you if you have positive body language, in this case nodding. Deleted. Always give a person two choices. Give the non-preferred option first, including its negative effects. Pause. Give the preferred option, shining light on its better effects. If you feel lazy, doing something that you don't want to, like getting up at 4 a.m. to work out, count 5 4 3 2 1 and get up. It will get easier after a while. You create habits. Neuroplasticity. Your brain and mindset can be changed throughout your lifetime. For example, if you're a negative person, your brain and neurological structure will literally be changed by your constant negative thinking. This reinforces more negative thinking and other health issues. The good news is that you can rewire and change your brain through establishing and maintaining better, more positive habits. Your brain will adapt and adjust. Fake it till you make it can actually go a long way in terms of shifting your mindset and mental health. Therapy helps too. When someone is speaking about something they enjoy, give cues for them to keep going. Like say, "Wait, so you're saying? No. Are you serious? Hold on, I don't get that last part." Basically, active listening. More of a skill than a trick, I guess. It's a great way to get on people's good side. You share nothing about yourself but they walk away thinking you are a great person. Edit: I did not expect this much attention. Just to address those who think this is something that comes natural and should not be faked. Yes, you are right, you don't want to come off fake. But we've all been in situations where you have to mingle and fake it a bit. Also, some people are social anxious or just awkward and can benefit from keeping this strategy in mind. It keeps the other person talking and a little pressure off yourself. Here's a good one for parents I saw on Reddit a while back. If you want to enjoy some time undisturbed, tell your kids that you're taking a nap, and when you wake up all of you are going to do chores together. They'll want to let you sleep as long as possible to avoid doing housework, so they'll leave you alone to actually nap or do other things like read. If you are going to be at a meeting, dinner with someone you know might cause conflict with you, sit directly next to them. They are much less likely to start something with you right next to them in their personal bubble. On the other hand, sitting directly across from them is more likely to start something because you are right in their face and a safe distance away. When I played tennis matches in college, right after switching sides after the first game, I'd ask my opponent, when you toss the ball up when serving, do you hold your breath, inhale or exhale? Always resulted in missed serves, double faults. You could definitely tell they were paying overly too much attention to their breathing for the remainder of the match. Get in the mind of your opponent and give them something to get distracted with and move in for the kill. Everyone should know the classic negotiation strategies, biases that people will use on you. Anchoring bias: you go to buy a couch, worth about $200. Seller sets the price at $400. Most people will feel awkward offering half price, and during negotiating the seller will protest a 50% offer. You're at a job interview. The interviewer always has a salary that they are not able to go above. You are asked for your preference salary range. Now your job is really worth about $60K, but you throw out $80K and make it clear that you have other prospects. The interviewer can't offer you $80K, that's silly, but they may raise their offer to $65K, or even $70K if you are a good catch. Basically, whoever puts a number out first is in the position to set the anchor, a starting point for negotiation. Foot in the door: your friend asks you to help him move his couch to a different place in the living room. After moving the couch, he asks you to also help him move the TV. Then maybe the fridge. Your girlfriend and you are out at a burger joint. She doesn't want anything, but asks for some of your fries. Before long, after eating most of your fries, she asks for a bite of your burger, and before long, she's eaten most of your food. To sum it up, to use foot in the door, ask for something that seems small, but is related to what you really want. Then once they've agreed to the small thing, just work up with slightly larger requests until you've achieved the desired outcome. Door in the face: your mooch friend is back, and asks for $500 to help with rent. You refuse, because he's a grown man and that's just way too much. He apologizes, and asked instead if you could spare $20 for gas. You agree. You are buying a car from a private seller offered at $5,000. You have a friend go to the seller before you and offer $2,000 cash in hand. The seller is insulted, and refuses. You come the next day and offer $4,000 cash in hand, and suddenly $4,000 sounds much better. To use this offer or ask for something crazy. After the other party refuses, cone back with what you really intended to offer or request all along, which now seems much more reasonable in comparison. Now, these are brief explanations and can vary depending on what blog, book, bathroom stall you read it in. And folks, try to use this info only for good, don't be a jerk. If you have a hunch someone is lying to your face, allow them to speak their piece and do not say a word. Even after they've finished, just continue to look at them. Out of an anxious, guilty conscience, they will almost always keep talking themselves into a hole and reveal the lie. If you always tell the truth, you don't have to remember lies. If you're known for always telling the truth, nobody will double-check your lies. Small scale. As someone who has a long history of anxiety attacks, simply breathing and centering yourself, basically a short meditation session, really helps get the stress under control. If someone's threatening you IRL, look them in the eyes and state facts about yourself. It makes you seem more human, therefore making it psychologically harder to kill you. Most killers aren't actually psychopaths. When you're walking through a crowd of any size and finding that people aren't getting out of your way quick enough, walk with purpose and keep your gaze intensely on your destination. That crowd will part for you like the Red Sea. If you're struggling with poor self-esteem, the way you think and speak about yourself matters. It's not easy to change your entire mindset, so start small. One of the easiest first step is to refer to yourself in the third person. Stop using I and me and start using he, she, they pronoun of your choice. It's easy to think stuff like I'm hideous or I'm a useless piece of garbage or whatever. But saying she's hideous or he's a useless piece of garbage feels different. Mean. Cruel. If you wouldn't say something that awful to or about another person with the same circumstance, you shouldn't say it about yourself. You're a human being too and deserve the same respect. Since this is Reddit, obviously this only works if you are kinder to others than you are to yourself. If you go around calling people hideous or useless pieces of garbage, work on that first because you have other problems.